February 19, 2026. The SPC issued an enhanced risk for areas of southern Illinois and southern Indiana. A 10% significant tornado risk was outlined in these areas as well. A triple point was in place, and storms would eventually fire up in that region somewhere. Also, a few shortwave troughs would be forecasted to move into the zone as well. Some of the biggest questions that were in place was where the warm front was going to be, would the supercells latch onto that warm front at all, and would these short waves come through in time. There was probably other factors as well, but I'm kind of forgetting that a little bit, so sorry. I wish I could have remembered that a bit better. I think the reason why they did it personally is just because of the anticipated warm front interactions that could end up happening. Let me go to dew points here. My cursor's at, you can kind of see where this warm front lines up. Actually, let me also pull a wind barb, see if that doesn't help a little bit. But at least with where the moisture is at, if this, I do believe this is the warm front where my mouse cursor is at. Maybe a little bit farther south. I know there's, I think, an anticipated secondary warm front. But if these cells do latch onto that warm front or stay south of that warm front, that's where I think we could get the big action for today. Everything is in place, or at least some stuff to develop. I'm not going to really rely on for SimRef at the moment. Or I'm not going to look at it in a moment. I'm using our Rearfist for now, but I'm going to hop between different models. I just want to go to like 16Z so we can get a better idea, maybe 17 actually. Let's go to HRRR actually and go to the 12Z run, which is actually almost finished running as we speak. And so, looking at the 03 AJO Cape levels, I mean, the Illinois area, that southeast Illinois area is almost what I'm thinking might be decent. ML Cape levels seem to be up pretty decent, up into the thousands, if not a little bit higher. So about 70, what is this? Anywhere between low to upper 60s, not wind shear. At least bulk shear, so, I mean, shoot dude, that's not horrible. That's actually pretty darn good, especially this time of year. This February, you guys gotta keep that in mind. I continue to look at models and decided it was best to be as close to Illinois as possible, as it seemed to be around the location where everything should go down for that day. After looking at models, I went to my calc class with all my gear, ate lunch, and left as fast as possible. Alrighty guys, here we go. First chase of 2026, and we're working our way south. I have to pick up somebody in Indianapolis, so I'm making my way down to Indianapolis right now, if I can actually get out the slots. Got about an hour drive to get to Indianapolis right now and pick up, forgetting names right now. But yeah, we'll have someone on this chase this time. Maybe not see him in some of the shots, I don't know, we'll see. I have a couple more cameras to mess with now, so that might be a little bit more helpful to get some more shots and have more chances of actually being able to see something on camera in case I need to go down that route. Because as you know, there's been struggles where either you saw the tornado and I didn't, Marion, or I saw the tornado and you guys didn't. Whatever that EF1 or EF2 that produced on that same storm, like right after that Marion EF4. So now we have a bit more of a chance. But one, the camera is just going to be used like as a face cam type deal. So we're just going to run with that. It's an old camera, so that's why I'm only using it for that. And then I have like a little action camera that's, it's the 360, but it's just like a action camera of some sort that I can literally just go into my little side glove compartment right here and just grab, power on, and start recording. From what I've heard, it actually records pretty good audio, and the video quality is actually pretty darn good for this thing, so I'm really happy with it. So let's just see what happens. I also have my phone if needed, so that's another good thing. So this should be a good run to try to just get a feel for it all. Looking forward to this chase. I don't know why I'm like so hyped for this chase. I guess it's because second season was so dead. I mean, dude, I just have a feeling something's gonna happen today. I don't know why, but I feel like, I mean, if something latches onto that warm front, we're getting something, that's for darn sure, and it could be pretty decent too. I would suspect that warm front pulls a bit more north and we get something. That's my guess, but I don't know what's gonna happen in reality. Another thing that we need to know is that this clearing needs to happen. It's pretty overcast still, but let's make our way south right now. So now I made the hour drive down south to pick up my chase partner for the day. It was honestly looking like it was gonna set up to be a pretty darn good day if we got onto the right storms. Slowly but surely, cloud cover would start breaking up and the sun would start coming out. After I picked him up, we made our way south and west towards Bloomington, Indiana to figure out what we were wanting to do for that day. Alright, so at the point where we need to look at malls again. We're in Bloomington right now, but I don't know. I think we might need to get west more. That's just me. We'll have to see though. Filling up, had to use the restroom. Gonna get back on the road quickly as possible. Maybe. After looking at models again, we decided it was best to go towards Bloomfield, Indiana. We eventually stopped at a Dollar General to figure out what the heck was going on, because by then, stores were now starting to fire a little bit farther west in Illinois, but also farther south down into Kentucky, close to Evansville. Well guys, models are really just not doing well with this event at all. It's just crap. From looking at some of the discussions though on like several different Discord servers, seems like things might be a little bit later into the night, into the afternoon to evening hours. I don't know, dude. I mean, I'll mention this in the video, but there was some random storm up in Supercell in Fort Wayne. Also, if you're wondering why there's not as much stuff, because he doesn't want to be on the camera and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I don't know, dude. This is just a crappy situation right now. I just don't like this. I mean, guys, I just don't know what to do right now. I mean, we're just staged up a little bit east of Bloomfield right now. West of Bloomfield, my bad. But it looks like a lot of stuff is just farther back off to our west. There's still some stuff down south that might be coming our way. I don't know, dude. I'm really torn as to what to do. Do I go west or do I go south and see what those stores down in Evansville, close to Evansville, is doing? I'm just very, very torn as to what to do right now. I think this decision is going to determine if we even get anything, if we don't get crap. We sat at the parking lot for a good 30 minutes, trying to make a decision. I had a gut feeling to go west, but my chase partner kind of wanted to go south. And near the end of waiting there at that Dollar General, I watched one of the many supercells split down south, and that's when I knew we had to get west. South was not an option at that point. Alright, well, that supercell latched. Alright, let's go. Only a few minutes later after we left. Alright, 20 on the ground near Effingham. That cell that latched to that warm front. Did put down a photo earlier and just dropped something now. Okay. Tornado warning tag remains. Extended the tornado warning. Let's go, dude. Cell's moving 25 miles an hour. Latch on that warm front. I think this might be a lawn tracker. We'll have to see.
Yeah, that is going, bro. Look at that.
Jeez. We gotta get to this. Come on, we gotta get to this. 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 Storm really looks like it was going to drop something again. We were making great ground to get in front of this thing, and our hopes were really darn high. We knew we were going to get something good. I also make a remark about not taking dirt roads, since our navigation tried to lead us down one, and our road transitioned to dirt. We were about to turn down a dirt road. I was like, no, we're not doing that. We ain't taking a dirt road today. Yep, just full send it to a dirt road because I didn't realize the transition. I think we need to go south a little bit.
Honestly, you might be right. Let's turn back.
Yeah, just thinking that. Let's turn around. Let's turn around. We made our move south and east to get a better visual of the storm.
I think that's there, bud.
Yep. Let me stop and take a look. You can feel the winds getting pulled into the storm. You can feel the inflow that's going into the storm right now. Oh my gosh.
Oh dude, you can see the cell over back here.
Oh yeah, you see this? Yeah, this other cell that blew up right here too. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's our area of interest back there. Yeah, either hold here and maybe move just a little bit more south. I don't think we need to go too much more south, honestly. I mean, look at the inflow on this one too, dude. This has got some good inflow. You can see how that's getting pulled in all the way right into here.
Yeah, that south cell might actually get toward.
Yeah. After getting a better idea as to what was going on, we made our way south even more.
Look at that f***ing scud out there. Good gosh, dude.
Yeah, we gotta get moving soon. You see this RFD wrap? You can see the RFD wrapping right here. Right in front of us, that's the RFD wrapping. We eventually moved these, but we stopped again to decide if we should keep up with this cell, which was at that time near the end of its life, or get south to the new cell. We decided to go to the southern cell, and right when we made that decision, it had a wedge on the ground. A new challenge now that we also faced to catch up to the cell was chaser convergence and a river crossing. Oh, yeah. Follow the chasers. That's the best thing I can do right now.
Yeah! Yeah, that's 154. My only thing is the south cell might merge with this one.
Yeah. So we made it past the river crossing, but now we had two more challenges. Out of vehicles that weren't chasers, and a lot of hail that have already fallen. Darn semis, bro. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Cell's still back off to my left here. I don't know what it's gonna do right now, but the best plan is probably just get south. I think that south cell's starting to do something again. We're gonna have to see and hope. It's getting a little bit more darker out, so we only got a little bit more time left, then our chase is pretty much done. I think we got about maybe an hour's worth of chasing left. That's at least in daylight, so.
Oh, the north cell.
This cell? Yeah, this cell's done. Northern cell, we gotta get south. Look at all this hail that fell, guys. Jeez. That's a lot of hail. Like the road's completely covered in this hail. Gotta be a little bit more careful now with these roads because it's all hail covered at this moment. Yep. High traction control. You exist. Holy hail. Holy fog from the hail. Look at this, dude. Oh my gosh. Lots of fog from this hail. Crazy. Alright, what's going on in front of us? I mean, like, dude, there's like a half inch of hail in the center of the freaking road. It's crazy.
Like about a quarter inch, maybe.
Quarter to a half. A lot of hail fell. Okay, I gotta slow down a little bit. Yeah, they got a lot of precip. Crazy stuff, dude. Jeez.
Dude, I think we might be done for here, boss.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
So after managing to navigate around all that hail at about 30 miles an hour and sledding half the time, we got closer to the supercell and a new tornado warning was issued. We were right on its tail. I mean, yeah, look at this storm. Still got a decent structure on it. I mean, again, there's a ton of chaser convergence, but we're hoping we don't get caught in this hail core. That's my biggest concern right now. If we get caught in this hail core, then we're gonna have to stop. I just don't want to get caught in it. Holy wet roads in front of us. Hello. There you go. Yep, got some inflow wind still on this cell, so it's still pulling in. I don't know if this is cold or not, but we would have to get out and feel it. We're still trying to mosey our way around this still. Might get a good little bit of visibility here in just a minute. I don't know. Yep, there's a little bit of a lurk in front of us. Kind of see it. I mean, it's not much you can see because of all these buildings right now, but see it at least a little bit. Might get a bit better view here. Sirens. Yep, sirens in town are going off right now. Who would have guessed? Yep, and siren to shut off. Siren's right here. Get a decent view right here, guys. There you go. At least got something. See all the lightning. Got a little bit of a base in front of us. I think that's our area of interest right there, right in front of us. Nothing too crazy impressive, but still something.
Tree lines out of the way.
Ooh, trees. Thank you. There we go. You guys should be able to see it now. I know you might have some sort of glare, but you don't need to be on either wipers. We pulled over, thinking we might have saw something. But looking back at the recording here, it did not seem like there was anything on the ground. Looking back at radar imagery as well, there's nothing to find on the correlation coefficient either. Also, don't mind the camera freaking out. The stabilization on phones is just weird. I don't know why. However though, with the cell, this would change. This storm would go on to produce a large tornado about 30 minutes later that was heading right for Bloomington, Indiana University. This tornado would end up being rated EF2 at 120 miles an hour. If you remember me talking about the other storm, this other storm having a wedge on the ground, this was the Hardenville Flat Rock tornado. This tornado was rated EF1. A little bit later, this storm would end up producing a tornado in Sullivan and only be rated EF0. Needless to say, this day definitely produced some stuff, and it was a little bit scary to know that this storm was going right into Bloomington and could have hit the university. It could have been a lot worse of a situation, to be honest, and I'm glad it didn't pan out to be any worse than it could have been. Like, that supercell looked really crazy on the imagery once it started getting closer to Bloomington. I mean, this supercell tracked for a long while as well. We knew this day could have done that, and lo and behold, it did. Unfortunately, there were a few injuries with all these tornadoes as well, but again, this could have been a lot worse. Also, another thing, I kind of figured the chaser conversions was going to be really bad on this day. I didn't realize how bad it was for some of the chasers. I didn't realize some of them were in just a complete standstill, especially on that thunderstorm. And in hindsight, I'm glad we didn't go on that other storm even more and we played chicken with that thing a little bit longer and stayed north of that supercell. Because if we would have gone south, we would have been stuck in that other chaser convergence that was not even moving at all for the time being. And if anybody ended up behind me and only going about 30 miles an hour, I do apologize, but I'd rather not slide off into a ditch than try to be pushing 40 or 50 and almost guaranteeing sliding off a ditch. That was just a ridiculous amount of hail. And I just had to focus on my driving and make sure we didn't slide off, especially when there's a ditch with a crap ton of water in it. I didn't want to get stuck and total my vehicle because, oh, the darn intake with where it's at sucked in water. Because with where the intake is on my vehicle is like right in the wheel well of my front left wheel. It's not a typical airbox, it's weird, but I'd rather play it safe and just have my vehicle survive another day. And that's not the only scary incident I had. I had another one where I was coming up on the turn. I was trying to slow down for the turn because I didn't realize it was as sharp as it was. And my vehicle decided to skid on water, a little bit more water than I thought there was. Because, I mean, it was dark. I couldn't see how much water that was there. And I was coming down a hill. And going down that hill, it was a little bit heavier on water. And that's why it skid a little bit. So that was a little scary as well. But everything's all good. Everybody's okay. Had a really good chase day overall. And huge shout out to my chase partner that I had that day for what was going on in all the situations we were put through. Just getting to the storms late. He made pretty much all the right calls. Huge props to him. I wish I would have recorded more, but you know what? It is what it is. First chase of 2026. Trying to mess with multiple different cameras now. I have 4 different cameras recording. One with my phone. The one little camera that I was holding. The camcorder that is the face cam now, and then my GoPro. So there's a lot more I'm working with now, and I think it went pretty well. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate if you like this, subscribe to the channel. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Take care.